Hello. Okay, page 435, number 30. Notice it's a division problem. So you have to invert the divisor. Now you want to factor numerators and denominators. So I want you to pause the video. I want you to cancel what you can cancel and try to solve the problem. So pause the video. All right, I'm able to cancel out 2x minus y here and here, x plus 2y over here, 2x plus y, and 2x plus y there. So your final answer should be x plus y over x minus y. All right, I want you to try number 32. Pause the video, give it a try. All right, so you invert it, and then you're going to factor it. Assuming I did not make a mistake, these should be the factors. So now complete the problem. Go ahead and finish it. Remember, you learn to drive an automobile by driving the automobile. You learn to do math problems by doing them. So pause the video and give it a try. All right, here it is factored. Remember that this is the common denominator, x minus 1. There is an x here, right? And there's 2x squared times x plus 1 plus x plus 1. There is a 1 here. You don't write it, but when you factor it, you're going to have to put the 1 in there. If you're questioning your results, multiply them back out, see if you end up getting what you started with. All right, cancel where you can cancel. Pause the video. All right, so I canceled where I could cancel. Now I have an x cubed plus x. That can be factored further. So I did it down here. Now I notice I have an x squared plus 1 and x squared plus 1. So I can cancel those. And I'm left with x times x minus 1 over x plus 1. And that should be your final answer. All right, try problem 38. Now remember, the order of operations is you do multiplication first, then your division. Since you're going to invert this into a 15x over 2, you can do that first and then factor and simplify where you can. So pause the video and give it a try. All right, I inverted. Now I canceled, divided 2 by 2, 12 by 2, I get 6. 5x I divided by 5x. 25x divided by 5x gives me 5x. Now I can simplify it further. Pause the video, see if you can simplify it further. All right, so 5x can be divided by 5x and 15x can be divided by 5x. So I'm going to get 1 and a 3. So I multiplied through, I get 3 over 12. I didn't simplify here, which means that at the end of the problem, I got to reduce it. So your final answer is 1/4. It normally is easier to cancel with a problem like this instead of waiting until the end and then reducing it. All right, let's turn to page 445, try number 60. Remember, you have to find a common denominator before you can combine these. So pause the video, see if you can find a common denominator. You have to be able to divide the new denominator by the old denominator and not end up with fractions. All right, the common denominator is going to be 15x squared. So I divide 15x squared by the old denominator, which is 5x squared, and I end up with 3. And then 15x squared divided by 15x, and I end up with an x. All right, so go on to the next step. Show me what you're going to do. Pause the video. So I take the 3 and I multiply the x plus 2 by 3. And I take the x and I multiply the x times the x plus 4. And this process is no different than what you do in arithmetic in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade. So pause the video and alright, so I multiplied through, I get 3x plus 6 plus x times x is x squared plus 4x. Now you can write it all over the common denominator. Simplify, you'll get x squared plus 7x plus 6. So let's turn to page 452, try number 14. You have to find the common denominator, simplify the numerator first, then the denominator, and then this line tells you to divide. So pause the video, give it a try, see how you do. All right, the common denominator here is 8. So I divide 8 by 8 times 1 is 7. 8 divided by 4 is 2 times 3 is 6. Add them together, I get 13 over 8. Common denominator for these two fractions will be 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 6 divided by 6 is 1. Times 5 is 5. Will not change. I do the work, I get negative 3 over 6. So I change this to negative 1/2. I invert it. I can cancel the 2 and 4. Gives me 4. Gives me, final answer is negative 13 over 4. Try number 16. All right, this is number 16. This has a denominator of 1, and this has a denominator of 1. Find a common denominator, then find the new numerators, and simplify. Pause the video, give it a try. Okay, the common denominator here is 5x. 5x divided by 1 is 5x, so I multiply 10 times 5x. This remains the same. Over here, the common denominator will be 10x, so this is going to remain the same. 10x divided by 1 is 10x. 5 times 10x. Now, again, pause the video, do the work, turn the video back on, check your work. Like I said at the beginning, you learn to drive a car by driving the car. You learn math by doing it. So go ahead and try it. Pause the video. All right, do the math. That's going to be 50x minus 3 over 5x. And this line here tells me to divide. So I divide and I invert. I can cancel 5x and 10x. I'm going to get 2. Now it's 50x minus 3 and it's 3 minus 50x. Pause the video for a moment. See if you can remember how we can cancel those. Okay, now, what I did was I put a negative 1 in front of it. Multiply back through, I get 3 minus 50x. Now I have a 50x minus 3, so I can cancel them. So I have 2 over negative 1, which gives me a final answer of negative 2. If you didn't get this one right, do it over. All right, number 18. 6x over x minus 5 over 1 over 4x minus 20. Go ahead and try that. The final answer is 24x. See how you do with it. Pause the video, give it a try. Okay, it tells me to invert. All right, I'm dividing, so you always invert the divisor. I can factor this numerator here, and now I can cancel these two. And when I multiply 4 times 6x, I get my 24x. 1 times 1 give me 1, so the answer is 24x. All right, try number 20. All right, that's number 20. Give it a try, see how you do with it. All right, I just added the 2 to the 4 over 5, which gives me 2 4/5, and it's a mixed number, so I make it into an improper fraction, which becomes 14 over 5. -1. Did it differently. I said I'll make it -10 over 10 combined with plus 3 over 10 gives me a -7 over 10. This line here tells me to divide, so it's 14 over 5 divided by -7 over 10. Don't forget to put the parentheses. All right, that's important because it's -7 over 10. So 14 over 5 times -10 over 5. Go ahead and finish it. See what you do. Pause the video. All right. Divide 7 by 7, I get 1. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 5 divided by 5 is 1. -10 divided by 5 is -2. 2 times -2 gives me -4. 1 times 1. Denominator of the 1, we don't bother to write that. All right, let's turn to page 60, 460, number 10. You want to subtract them. Find a common denominator. Well, actually, let's do this. It's equal to 0. Find a common denominator, which is 15, and multiply everything by 15. So, I'm going to end up with 5x plus 6 minus all right, go ahead and finish that. All right, so 15 divided by 3 is 5, so I have to multiply x plus 6 by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3, so I have to multiply x plus 8 by 3. 0 times 15 is 0. So I multiply them through, simplify it, bring the 6 to the other side, which means it becomes a -6. Divide both sides by 2, I'm going to end up with x equals -3. Try number 12. All right, this is number 12. I have to get a common denominator for 5 and 2, and then multiply everything by that common denominator. So pause the video and give it a try. The common denominator is 10, so I multiply everything by 10. I can cancel 10 divided by 5 is 2, 8 times 10 is 80, 10 divided by 2 is 5, and then I multiply. Go ahead, pause the video, and try to solve it. See how you do. All right, so 2 times 2w is 4w minus 80. 4 times 5 is 20. Brought the 4w on this side because the 20w is larger, and I don't want a negative 16w, I want a positive 16w. Negative 80 divided by 16 gives me -5 equals w. All right, try number 14. All right, this is number 14. You can combine these two and then move it to the other side if you wish. Or you can find a common denominator and multiply everything in it by the common denominator. You decide which way. Now pause the video and give it a try. All right, so I combined these. I made this 20 over 10, made it 23 over 10, brought the 23 over 10 to the other side. Now it becomes a simple proportion problem. 23, 7 times 10, 15w times 23. Do the work, I end up with w equals 14 over 69. Okay, here's your homework assignment, page 435, numbers 30 through 33, number 38, 39, page 445, number 59 through 62, page 452, number 13 through 20, page 460, numbers 9 through 14. I will be emailing you some material.